What's up, guys? It's your boy coming back with another video. So, this is probably going to be controversial, but this is just my take, my opinion. Mr. Aguilar, the truck driver that was in that Denver accident, 25 years old, underqualified. He lost his brakes, couldn't get the truck into gear, right? Killed 4 people, fiery crash, scary, shitty situation, sucks for everybody. In my opinion, from a truck driver and from a person, a realist, So I blame a lot of this on training, the company. Everybody should know. And he may know. He may have known. He may have caused, he may have done it on purpose. I don't know. Especially in Denver or anywhere out there, you do not use your brakes going down a mountain. You do not. You never, 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 never run these trucks not in gear. There's no reason for a semi to be in neutral anywhere. Now I say that, but I put it in neutral to red light. Stop sign, at times I may, But as far as driving, as far as on a mountain, you don't do it. Was this guy taught that? I don't know, maybe. Was this guy qualified to be in the western half of the country? Probably not. And he was licensed in Texas. So the biggest problem with doing this is, and I did a video on it the other day, they have been pushing this driver shortage for years. Yeah, I can't remember the last time somebody said, we have enough trucks. There's not a driver shortage. I never remember, I don't remember that. I've never heard that. So, that turns into a money grab for the state, for the companies, for training schools. This turns into a money grab. $500 you can get a CDL. $6,000 you can go to school and learn how to drive a truck. And this may not have been his situation, but from a spot of desperation, someone with family to feed and all that, you don't have $6 grand. You got 500, you don't have $6 grand. So what do? Well, you get the license and you hope somebody teaches you, unfortunately. With that opportunity open, it is what it is. So now, this guy was going down a mountain. Everybody's saying he passed the runaway ramp. I've heard one person talk on this that has driven in a semi-truck. One. Now let me put something in your mind maybe you can think about. We're going down a mountain and I lose control of my truck and I'm running the middle of the left lane. Because the right lane is slow traffic. 50, 60, 40 mile an hour. So I'll tell you what, I would be considered a
in 1 mile, keep right.
In the way. I'm impeding him getting to that ramp because I'm probably doing 30 mile an hour down a mountain like that. I'm probably in 7th gear, just coasting. I'm in no rush to get to the bottom. So if I'm in the right lane doing 35, this guy's barreling at 65, 70 down the mountain. We don't know if he could have even made it to the runaway ramp. Nobody thinks like a truck driver. He thought he could coast it down and then come up the other side when it gets to stop and shut the truck off. Now, if he would have been in the right lane when it happened and the ramp was there, great. But in America and in today's society, we're really good at Monday morning quarterbacking stuff and thinking it's correct. Now, is this guy not at fault? Absolutely not. This guy is at fault. This guy is responsible. No question in my mind. He's responsible. A death sentence? I don't think so. You can say, well, Hotshot, he only got 110 years. Show me a 135-year-old man. Hell, he can show me a 100-year-old man if he gets out on good time. That's a life sentence. And as truck drivers, as a company driver, not as an owner-operator, none of that. And I know what's going to be said, so just let me finish what I'm saying. I have heard stories. You call safety, you call your boss. Hey, my brakes are a little low, or this, that. Like, I'm not illegal, but I need new brakes. Run it, we'll fix it when you get in the shop. If you're not illegal, fix it. Or run it. These companies put drivers in very shitty situations. And you're going to say, well, that's his responsibility, his job to not move that truck, to pull over. How many of you guys work in jobs you don't like? How many people do shit at work that they don't want to do? They don't like to do. But they do it to save their job. And I get it, there's a lot bigger consequences with what we do. A lot bigger consequences. And everybody says, oh, well, you're supposed to be professional. You're a professional truck driver. I hate to tell you, that professional word is gone. In trucking, in America, how often do you go somewhere and be treated professionally? Very, very rarely. This is a society of greed, selfishness. We're all living the dream. Well, what's the dream? White picket fence, pocket full of money. That's the dream. People have the mindset, do what you gotta do. Do what you got to do. This man's got a life sentence. What's the company got? Civil lawsuit? Bull. That truck has had history of brake problems, mechanical problems. There was no mention of logbook violations. There was no mention of that driver driving tired, driving illegal. None of that. His biggest problem was he was not in gear. Truck always stays in gear. But I get it. At 70, 80 mile an hour, it's hard to catch a gear. You're gonna have to, probably rev it up, depending on your RPMs. You're gonna have to slam it, probably rip the tranny out of it, and then what? But nobody knows that. Nobody cares about that. This guy's a monster. He's a villain. He's a murderer. In everybody's opinion. And it's wrong. In my opinion. Was this avoidable? Possible. Possible. I seen a video where he's going around the corner and somebody says, there's a runaway ramp. As there's a truck right there in front of him. You want him to run through that truck? I mean, nobody thinks, nobody cares. But that's just my opinion. 20 years, 25, okay, makes sense. But no, this guy's an example. That's all this is an example to a truck driver. You're expendable. You're responsible, whether or not you have skin in the game. 50 to 60 cents a mile you're making. But you go down for horrible maintenance. Get it? Trucker's responsibility. Guess as a truck driver, we're responsible to pay for it too. So guys, if you're a truck driver, just remember, as long as they're preaching this driver shortage, whether there is or not, that doesn't matter. You will get another job. You'll get a job. It's fine. Not a big deal. You do what's best for you and your kids. That man probably should have quit. But, he did. It's another one of his mistakes he's punished for. So when you're out here, just remember, you're responsible. You are the scapegoat. You are the fall guy. You could get rear-ended and it's your fault. Prime example of the Werner $90 million case. Oh, trucker's in the wrong place, wrong time. Why? Oh, because it was raining and they should have told him to slow down. But he didn't wreck his truck, somebody hit him. But he's responsible. Just maybe, when they start this autonomous BS and people die more things happen, more freight's not moved, just maybe we'll be appreciated, but I doubt it. Alright guys, that's just my opinion on that. 110 years, ridiculous. Judge says, I have no choice with precedents of minimum mandatory. Well, a minimum mandatory sentence just shows that it's not on a case-by-case basis. Nothing is. You do this, it's a minimum of this. The guy doesn't even have a murder charge. He's got vehicular homicide. He's got assault. Man's reliving that every day of his life. Unfortunately, he's going to do it behind four walls for the rest of his life. So really think, is it worth it? There's a chance you may not make it home without dying. Just remember what's at stake. I think we should use this as an example, as a learning curve. The hell with their freight. The hell with what they say. You follow your gut and your gut only. Let them fire you. But now, this is, again, where 1099 drivers come in. This guy may not be 1099, I don't know. But if you're a 1099 driver and you're fired for that, you can't get unemployment. You have no repercussions. Because you're not even a legal employee to the United States of America. If you're driving his truck as a 1099, that's all I got to say about that. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when we go live or drop knowledge, drop opinions, drop any kind of trucking videos. 2022 is going to be a big year for us, guys, and we're going to get it. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace.